Welcome back to my channel. My name's Eric Young, and I'm going to show you how to create an account and some tips and tricks with Chat GPT. So first, you're going to want to come to chat.openai.com, and it'll bring you to this page. It may look different in the future. Then you're going to want to, if you log in, if you don't have an account, come on over here and click on Sign Up. For Sign Up, you're going to enter your email address. When you press Continue, it will have you enter a password. Let's enter your desired password. You'll then create your account. You'll receive an email to verify that account, and once you've done that, you'll be able to access ChatGPT. Another way is to create your account with any of these three different options down here. You can create an account with Google, Microsoft, or Apple. Since I've already created an account, I'm going to come back here to the home page, and I'm going to click Login. I'm going to stop the recording at this point and start it back up once I have entered into the system. Alright, now that we're logged into ChatGPT, so here we have GPT 3.5, and I think the first time when you log in, it's going to default to 3.5. And if you're not a subscription holder or you don't pay for ChatGPT, it's definitely going to be 3.5. And if you want to upgrade, this GPT-4 is going to have a lock on top of it, a lock icon. So once you sign up for paid subscription, you'll have access to GPT-4. Another way to access your account or the plan that you're on is to come down here. You'll click on the three ellipses next to your email address, and then you can click on My Plan. And that's going to allow you to change your plan, either upgrade it or sign up for GPT-4. So custom instructions allows you to customize your interactions with ChatGPT and provide specific details and guidelines for your chats. So let's say you're a copywriter, you're a blog writer, use this for a specific purpose. You can provide guidelines as to what you want included in each of these prompts that you're writing, so that you don't have to include them in the prompts. So those are just pre-baked in. Then you can go in and put your prompt instructions when you're sending a message. So I don't have any custom prompt instructions in here, but the first one is, what would you like ChatGPT to know about you to provide better responses? So where you're based, what you do for work. So let's say you're in accounting, you're a consultant, you're in marketing, etc. You can enter that in there. So maybe you write blogs about a specific thing. So what are your hobbies and interests? Maybe you're really into golf, or you're a soccer fanatic. You're really into cars and automotive. You can enter those in there. What subjects can you talk about for hours? So kind of going back to the same thing. You're creating content online. You might want to include those things in there. And what are some of the goals you have for your prompts and instructions? New thing that they've just implemented is they have examples of of creating a prompt. So here we go. Design a database schema for an online merch store. So you can click on that, and it's going to provide you some guidance on how to create a database schema. If you're actually not interested in what it's going to provide, or it's not providing the right thing, you can say stop generating. So that's a good way to do that. You can rename your prompts. So I could say this was a database design schema, and then it'll update the title of that here in your chats on the left. You can delete them by clicking on the delete button or icon, and then you can delete your chat, and then poof, it went away. You can create a new chat, and let's say I was on a previous chat, I click new chat, this screen would come back up. Then we can enter a message down here at the bottom in this send message box, and let's say I want a recipe for multigrain muffins. So provide 5 recipes for muffins. Alright, so let's see what it provides us. Alright, of course, here are 5 multigrain muffins. 1, the classic multigrain muffin, and it's going to provide us the ingredients, the directions on how to make these multigrain muffins. Now we get a fruit and nut multigrain muffin. It's providing all of the ingredients for this one as well. We got a banana multigrain muffin, and chocolate chip multigrain muffin. So another thing that we can do is say, okay, provide 5 more. And it's going to provide us with 5 more multigrain muffin recipes. So that's kind of a introduction level or a basic level of how to use ChatGPT. To take this up a notch is, let's say you're a content creator, you want to say act as. So you want to have it act as an expert in something. And once this is done, I'm just going to tell it to stop generating at this point, because we kind of get the idea that we put in our prompt, provide our 5 recipes here, provided us 5 recipes that we wanted, and then we wanted it to do 5 more. So it was going to give us 5 more of these recipes for the multigrain muffins, which is really cool. I know my wife got a salmon recipe off of ChatGPT, and it was actually pretty good. So give them a try. Give one of the recipes a try if you decide to prompt ChatGPT for one. It was pretty good. Have to comment down below and let me know if you try to do that. Kind of taking this up to second level or intermediate level is to ask ChatGPT to be an expert in something. So you start that prompt out as act as a, and we're going to say content copy writer, and write content for a PowerPoint presentation about the history of horse racing. All right, so ChatGPT just provided 10-12 slides of the history of horse racing. So it tells us to provide a title slide. We have an introduction to the age-old sport. Apparently it was the sport of the kings. It was originated 4,500 years ago in Greece, Babylon, Egypt, and Syria. And it provides us a whole bunch of other slides to go over for if we were to do a report on horse racing and its beginnings, or the history of horse racing. So another thing we could say is act as a copy writer and expand on each point. All right, it's even telling us the different images that it wants us that we can put in there. So an example right here is image, a dynamic Roman fresco showcasing a fierce chariot race, the king of the sports racing across continents, the birth of the thoroughbred. So it's produced all this information here for us, and we can just take this and start creating a PowerPoint with that. So that was kind of like level 2 or an intermediate level of how to prompt ChatGPT for what you want. So here's more of an advanced scenario, or a more advanced way to do it is to provide examples of what you want ChatGPT to do, or provide examples of good content and then prompt ChatGPT of what you want it to do. All right, so let's go into, let's say, LinkedIn. All right, now that we're logged into LinkedIn, let's go ahead and look at a example job that we would want to email the hiring manager about. Okay, so let's give some context to ChatGPT. I will be cold emailing the hiring manager for a tax accountant position at Martin Resource Management Corporation. The hiring manager's name is Veronica Sanchez. Let's go. She's a recruitment coordinator. All right. So an example message. So we can provide an example message of what we think is a good email or a good cold email contact or cold message contact for this person. So I got this from greatresumefast.com, and so this is for a cold contact for the person hiring for the position. So hi Dory, I noticed your profile, link to the posting for the digital marketing strategist position with 3M. I applied the role and wanted follow up. So this is just an example. we can say resume. All right, so what we're doing with this prompt is saying, okay, I'm cold emailing the hiring manager for this tax account position at Martin Resource Corporation. The hiring manager's name is Veronica Sanchez, and her job title is the recruitment coordinator. Here's an example of a message that we would like to send. Then we are entering our resume. This is for Homer Simpson, and provides all of his competencies below. And I'm going to tell ChatGPT to keep the message brief. So it gives us the subject line: application for tax accountant position at Martin Resource Management Corporation. And then it says, Dear Ms. Sanchez, I recently applied to the tax accountant position at Martin Resource Management. Your esteemed corporation has long been on my radar. My experience as a night auditor, Springfield, and has been my skill to take the report keeping. All right, so this provides us a good starting point at which we could create a cold email to send over LinkedIn to this individual if we were interested in applying for the position. Obviously, you don't want to take this as what you're just going to send them. You're going to want to read through this. You're going to want to modify it to fit better with your credentials, or even in the way that you write. But this gives you a great starting point as to the type of email you could send for that. So just to go back over that, we gave ChatGPT some context as to what we're going to be doing. We're going to be cold emailing the hiring manager for this position at this company, and who that individual that you'd be contacting, their name and title. You've provided them an example of the example message that you find good and that you'd like to send, and then you've provided ChatGPT your information. So this is just an example of an advanced level of skill that you would put in, that you can use ChatGPT to create information for. All right, hopefully that's been a good introduction to ChatGPT and the different how to create your account, different functions on the page, and how to prompt at a basic level of creating your multigrain muffins, to then creating a slide deck for a presentation. And then finally, we created a cold email to contact an individual. So that gives you kind of a beginner, intermediate, and advanced examples of how you can use ChatGPT for your use cases. All right, hopefully that was useful. Come back for another video. Again, my name is Eric Young, and I look forward to seeing you here next time.